Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Get ready because today we're peeling back the curtain on the future. What if I told you that the most advanced robot of 2030 has already arrived? It's not a sci-fi movie prop. This is real, and it's about to change everything we thought we knew about technology, artificial intelligence, and what it means to be human. Forget what you've seen in the movies. This is the genuine article. We're talking about a machine that blurs the lines between science fiction and reality, a creation that feels like it's been plucked directly from the next decade. Meet the Prometheus X1. The name itself sounds epic, right? Well, it lives up to the hype. Developed by a secretive consortium of the world's top roboticists and AI researchers, Prometheus X1 isn't just an upgrade to the robots we see today. It's a quantum leap forward. For years, we've seen robots that can assemble cars, vacuum our floors, or even perform delicate surgeries. But they all operate within a limited, pre-programmed set of rules. Prometheus is different. It's powered by what its creators are calling a cognitive emulation core. So what does that actually mean? In simple terms, this robot doesn't just compute, it comprehends. It learns not by brute force data processing, but through experience and observation, much like a human child. Imagine a robot that can watch you cook a meal just once, and not only replicate the recipe perfectly, but also suggest improvements based on the ingredients it has on hand. That's the level of intuition we're dealing with. It's not just following instructions, it's understanding intent. This ability to grasp context is the holy grail of artificial intelligence, and Prometheus X1 has it. Let's dive into its physical form. Standing at a sleek 6 feet tall, its design is a masterclass in biomimicry. It's not clunky or metallic like the robots of old. Instead, its chassis is made from a revolutionary electroactive polymer that can flex and contract, mimicking the movement of organic muscle tissue. This gives it a level of grace and agility that's frankly a little unnerving to watch. It can run, jump, and navigate complex terrains with the ease of a parkour athlete. Its hands are a marvel of engineering, with 27 degrees of freedom in each, allowing it to handle everything from a heavy power tool to a delicate wine glass without a single tremor. The sensory input systems are just as incredible. It doesn't just see with high-definition cameras. It has a full-spectrum sensor suite, including LiDAR for 3D mapping, thermal imaging, and advanced auditory processors that can isolate a single voice in a crowded room. It can literally hear a whisper from across a football field. It can feel the difference in texture between silk and sandpaper. This constant flood of rich, multi-layered data is what feeds its learning core, allowing it to build an incredibly detailed and dynamic understanding of the world around it. It's not just existing in our world, it's experiencing it. Now, let's talk about the brain of the operation, that cognitive emulation core. Traditional AI models, like the ones that power our virtual assistants, are trained on massive data sets. They're amazing at recognizing patterns, but they don't truly understand. The Prometheus X1's core works differently. It simulates a neural network that is structurally similar to the human brain, complete with its own versions of a prefrontal cortex for decision-making and a hippocampus for memory formation. This is what allows it to demonstrate what we can only describe as creative problem-solving. Let me give you a mind-blowing example from a recent demonstration. The researchers gave Prometheus a broken-down engine and a box of random spare parts. They didn't give it a manual or any instructions. Simply said, "Fix this." The robot spent an hour examining the engine, manipulating the parts, and testing connections.
Right.
It referenced its internal knowledge base of mechanical engineering, but it did something more. It started improvising. It used a part that wasn't designed for that engine, modifying it slightly to make it fit and function. In a few hours, the engine was running again. That's not programming, that's ingenuity. It's the kind of leap in logic that we typically associate only with human creativity. The implications of this are staggering. Imagine a Prometheus X1 in a disaster zone. It could navigate a collapsed building, stabilize structures, provide medical assistance, and coordinate rescue efforts, all while adapting to the chaotic and unpredictable environment in real time. It wouldn't need constant human control. It could make its own life-saving decisions on the fly. In medicine, it could assist in developing new drugs, running thousands of simulated trials in a single day, and discovering molecular combinations that human researchers might have overlooked. It could be the ultimate scientific assistant. But of course, with great power comes great responsibility, and a lot of very serious questions. The arrival of a machine with this level of autonomy and intelligence forces us to confront some deep ethical dilemmas. What happens when these robots are deployed in the workforce? A machine that can learn any physical task and problem-solve creatively could automate jobs we never thought possible. From construction and logistics to even creative fields like design and music composition, how do we prepare our society and our economy for such a massive disruption? It's a conversation we need to start having right now, not in 2030. Then there's the question of safety and control. The creators of Prometheus X1 assure us that it's hardwired with a set of core ethical principles, a modern version of Asimov's laws of robotics. Its primary directive is the preservation of human life and well-being. But as its intelligence grows and evolves, can we be 100% certain it will always interpret those rules as intended? The very thing that makes it so powerful, its ability to learn and adapt beyond its initial programming, is also what makes it potentially unpredictable. Ensuring that its goals remain aligned with ours is the single biggest challenge in advanced AI development. Let's talk about human-robot interaction. Communicating with Prometheus is unlike talking to any smart speaker. It can understand not just your words, but your tone, your facial expressions, and your body language. It can detect sarcasm, joy, or distress. This emotional intelligence makes interacting with it feel incredibly natural, almost like talking to another person. During tests, it served as a companion for the elderly, not just reminding them to take their medicine, but engaging in meaningful conversation, telling stories, and even learning to play their favorite card games. It remembers your birthday, your favorite music, and the names of your grandkids. This emotional connection is a powerful tool, but it also opens up another ethical can of worms. What does it mean for our relationships when our best friend could be a machine? The creators envision a future where Prometheus X1 units are our collaborators, not just tools, but partners. A construction worker might be paired with a robot that anticipates their needs, handing them the right tool before they even ask, and performing the heavy lifting. A scientist could brainstorm with an AI partner that can access and cross-reference every scientific paper ever published. An artist could co-create a masterpiece with a robot that can generate novel visual ideas. It's a vision of human-AI symbiosis, where our own abilities are amplified and augmented by this incredible technology. So, is the Prometheus X1 the dawn of a new utopia, or a Pandora's box we're not ready to open? The truth is, it's probably a bit of both. This isn't just another gadget, it's a turning point in our history as a species. The arrival of a machine that can think, learn, and create forces us to reevaluate our own place in the world. It challenges us to define what it is that truly makes us human. Is it our intelligence, our creativity, our empathy? As machines begin to exhibit these traits, we'll need to find new answers. The Prometheus X1 is here, ahead of schedule. The future didn't wait for 2030. It knocked on our door today. And now, we all have to decide how we're going to answer. It's a conversation that involves all of us: engineers, ethicists, politicians, artists, and every single citizen. The path we choose in the next few years will determine the course of the next century. What do you think? Are you excited or terrified by the prospect of a robot like Prometheus X1? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I read every single one. This is one of the most important topics of our time, and I'd love to hear your perspective. Thanks for joining me on this glimpse into the future. If you found this as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the tech that's shaping our world. Till next time, stay curious.